At some point on my journey, I really had to decide if I wanted to live in scarcity anymore. And that's not to say that you can get rid of your fear, because we're human beings and fear is part of that experience. But to understand the dynamic of abundance and finding it within you is a really profound experience. So to find that connection for me, it was definitely a spiritual ride, and it has covered off an array of things like my health, my prosperity, my relationships, my purpose, you name it, becoming a parent. It was all on it wasn't one move that got me to find, really tap into that abundance and use it moment to moment. I think it's built up over time, understanding duality and really using that muscle, the energetic muscle, to tap into it and move from that place. Wasn't one place, wasn't one thing. And everybody's story is different. So I've called upon some friends and abundance experts I know and love and to support us along our journey, because by no means am I finished. And I think that's part of the reason I started this podcast. And so I welcome you. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to Your Abundance Podcast. It's a space for you to expand your abundance. I'm Erin Trethowan, your host and your guide on this transformative journey. And I'm thrilled to have you co-creating this podcast with me. You calling in for answers, me calling in for answers, and my desire to ask questions is a great match. I'm really clear about the fact that I want this to be a place for you to expand, provide insight, lessons, and tools that you can carry on your own personal journey to abundance within you. Before we dive in to your abundance conversations, I invite you to subscribe, rate, and leave a review if you enjoy what we share, because your feedback fuels our mission and helps us reach more hearts in search of abundance. So if you're ready to expand your horizons and blow your mind and step into the energetic world of abundance, and your answer is yes, let's embark on another episode of Your Abundance Podcast. And now a word from our partners. You know I don't just partner with anyone, and that applies to love, life, and business, because let's be real, I've learned my lesson too many times. I've been in business for nearly 11 years, and prior to that in marketing and advertising for 20. So I've used a lot of marketing tools. Some were okay, some were clunky and had no flow, and some were just downright no. The biggest shift I made in business was ditching the bro marketing models, the overcomplicated funnels, the outdated systems, all the things that made marketing feel harder than it needed to be. I wanted marketing that aligned with my soul, something that actually felt good as a woman in business. Then Flowdesk came along. If you haven't heard of it, it's an email marketing platform built by women for women-led businesses that actually makes marketing easy. It's intuitive, it's easy, and honestly, it's just beautiful. I use it for myself, I use it for my clients, and it's become a must-have in my business. It's given me back time, flow, and the kind of marketing that I actually enjoy. So when they came to me this year and asked me to partner with them, it was an easy hell yes. Now I get to share it with you too, and because I'm a Flowdesk partner, you get 50% off for the entire year too. Grab your discount in the show notes and experience it for yourself, because marketing should feel easy. That's the point. It's not just another thing on your to-do list. Now, let's get back to this week's episode. Hello, and welcome to I think it's the 9th episode of Your Abundance Podcast. Woo! I'm laughing this week because if you've been following along, you will have seen I've been doing my 21-day abundance activation. And today, I wanted to celebrate something that happened along my abundance journey. And it's a pretty amazing thing. So my Heaven's teams, we had a big day today. And I thought it was only fitting that I come on and chat to it on Your Abundance Podcast, because that's what this is all about. 2 weeks, so 15 days ago, I decided to take my women's abundance activation and do it every day for 21 days. And the day that I decided, I started to do the recordings and everything, and I started to get a bit of a tickle in my throat. And then I decided to do it, and then I got tested positive for COVID that afternoon. I was like, what? And I was like, oh, that's good. Choosing to do an activation where I was posting on for Instagram, my insights, as well as putting an insights into the course, into the course platform. That, and I invited everyone else to come and join me to do it. So I was like, oh my God, what are you doing? You've got to go now. You've got to do this. You've got COVID. You've committed. And I knew to get COVID, I must be having an up level because I hadn't had COVID for a couple of years. And I had evaded it many times over even the last 4 months. I was like, everyone around me had it and I just didn't get it. And I kept saying, I'm on the vibe. I'm not on the vibe of COVID. Anyway, there we go. I get COVID and I commit to this 21 days of activating my abundance. And today I got the results. And it's not even day 21. I'm also feeling pretty good. There's a little bit of residue in I keep getting this little cough that comes back. And last time I got COVID, I got really bad heartburn, and the same thing happened this time. I have to say I'm pretty grateful that I have TAO Healing Hands because I was blessing myself doing healings daily, hourly to get through because it wasn't fun, I'm going to say, but I was committed. And if you go onto my Instagram and go into highlights, you will go through the start day and all my days. Like I did have rest days in there, which is part of the activation. I still did the activation, but I had rest days. And then I spoke about those days after those rest days. And the 2 rest days on the weekend actually fell on days when I was like, oh, I really need to have this like break. And it was funny because I still do the activation. I was doing it twice a day. I wasn't even doing it once. I was doing it twice a day. So I was like fully activating. And so through the process, like I've talked about insights in the actual program, you can join. It's free. You get 45 days to do the 21 days and listen to my insights. And because the insights have healing and activation in them as well, because of the different topics that have come up for me. And then there's a healing in there for around self-doubt, and there's the activation. The activation has a healing in it for your abundance, but it also has, it's only a small component. The rest of the activation is also a healing and activation in itself. So I was just like, oh my God, I've committed to this thing. I've got the COVID and now I have to continue. But I'm one of those people there's a reason that it came when I decided, like I had this clear insight to do it and to just really play in the potency of my own work because of how strong of an intuition I have, how strong of a healer I am, the abilities that I have and also then my TAO hands, which I have committees of saints, Buddhas, you name it, have come to allow that energy to come through me. But the thing is, to receive TAO Healing Hands, you have to vibrationally match. You have to start to match. You're never going to match the level of healing, that comes through me. You have to have the strength of body, of mind, of spirit to have it flow through you because it is so strong and powerful. Because we're talking about multiple dimensions of healing. We're not talking just about, we're still talking about healing light, but we're talking about multiple dimensions. So to receive TAO Healing Hands in itself is amazing because you've got to go through, like I did training for that, and you have to do 3 training courses and it's big. And then about in 2022, I was upgraded to, like I applied and I was approved for the next level, which is TAO Healing Hands TAO, which is the next level of advance. So we're going into advanced healing. And so I've had that healing ability for a couple of years, and I've played with that. I say play with that, but I've been floating around with that. And I've had a lot of stuff healed through that, like literally. And I have TAO calligraphy, I do TAO song, I do soul channeling. Like I have other abilities because I have TAO Healing Hands as well. All my other abilities got enhanced too. So I can do soul communication, soul channeling, like everything is next level. But there's a level of elevation when you get the next level of approval. And so I knew there was a TAO healing retreat, advanced healing retreat coming up. Like I'd seen it a couple of times. I was like, I'm not going to do that. Yeah. So through the process of this 21 days, I'm on day 15. I've used TAO healing every day for COVID. I think I would have been a lot sicker if I didn't. I also was giving people around me, because they had COVID as well, healings while I was doing that. I was also previously, at the start of the year, in the end of last year, I was getting really bad trigeminal neuralgia, and it was full on. And the only thing that would stop it from happening, and I went to the doctors, I had tests, I had MRIs, I had everything. The only thing that stopped it was TAO healing. And I had my TAO harmony calligraphy, because there's different layers of TAO. It's the 10 Da, the 10 TAO, which is a deep spiritual training. But there's different layers, there's different committees for different things. And we do TAO calligraphy. Some of you may have seen me tracing on my feed at some point or another. But yeah, so there's so many ways. So when I was doing that, I was using my TAO Healing Hands mainly. And then when I couldn't hold space for myself for that, I would trace, or I would just turn on the calligraphies and turn on, we have what's called TAO treasures, and they are activated to certain parts of the body. I've got one for my heart, I've got one for my energy centers, I've got one for different things. And at the time, I applied for a bigger healing, because it was getting worse. And the doctor had given me something to take, and it actually made it even worse. So I had this neck and shooting pain that was going up into my left side, and it was shooting up into my ear and everything. And I was like just functioning. Like I was working, I was still doing clients, but not very much. And I was taking like trying to manage the pain with pain management. And the doctor had given me these like I want to say convulsive, like for epilepsy, that kind of thing, anti-convulsive. And the night that I took that, it was 100-fold worse. I would wake up in the middle of the night and I thought I was going to die. Like literally, I was sitting on the edge of the bed. I had Lennon sleeping in the bed next to me. I was just like, what is happening? And I was sitting there going, this is an up level. Like it's got to be an up level. Like it has to be an up level. There's something else there. But which means when I say up level, it meant that I had to clear out a lot of negative information. So in TAO, we don't talk. I talk karma because I do karmic work, but in TAO we talk about negative information and positive information. And the idea is we want to bring in, what we're doing with TAO is bringing in more positive information to clear out the negative information. And so at the time, I was like, I know there's negative information here because it's coming in and it's coming into my ear. And then I also knew that I needed to clear stuff. The doctor had given me stuff. I also, during this period of time, I had an allergic reaction, ended up in hospital where I couldn't breathe. So this all kind of was all happening at the same time. I was on an art gallery thing and I'd got an allergic reaction to some pollen and ended up in hospital like for the day. And that got me a new doctor. But even then he was just like, we don't know what's wrong with you. I had, again, like MRIs and everything. And so I just continued on doing the TAO healings all the time. And the only thing I used Panadol. I know Panadol sounds weird, but for some reason Panadol would take the edge off a little bit, and then had some higher level like pain relief. But I had a bit of a resistance to pain relief too. But I had to take something because I wasn't functioning. But the only thing that would subside it, where I could then fall asleep, was putting on my TAO calligraphies and just letting the TAO harmony do its work, and then switching on my TAO hands, even though I just switched them on and just direct them at it. I'd also applied for some stuff with Master Shah, and I got approved for some healing program, which I didn't end up doing because even the approval, so this is even the approval to have it was just like enough light to clear it out. And so I did that. And then, so this one was going on for about a month. And then eventually they stopped. It just stopped. It all stopped. I did put my name because we have blessing groups and stuff with TAO, and I put my name down for some blessings, some TAO healing from other people. But yeah, it was full on and gone. I did start, I want to add that it's not all that because we do different things, but what did I have? I started to do, at the time, I'd already started seeing a chiropractor and I was seeing a myotherapist. I keep sending off the thumbs up on the screen. Sorry, I could digress. Got distracted by the thumbs up. What the hell? Yeah, someone's giving me a thumbs up saying, yeah, this is good. I had been seeing a chiropractor and I'd also seeing a myotherapist at the same time. And every time I went to them, it would get worse. And I was like, what is happening? None of the things that I would normally use were not working. And it was like TAO's, like the universe was like, you need this, the power of this healing is just incredible. And it is. I can't tell you. And so when I got COVID, I was like, oh yeah, here we go. And do the same things, turning on my TAO calligraphies, putting my healing hands on, still sharing and doing healings for others. Like I always do that. Like I have a list of people sometimes who, like I have a smaller community of people just let me know and they're like, oh, I'll put you in my TAO healing. But then I have another level of healing. So that kind of healing is just a regular, they're receiving the light, they're receiving the gifts, and it's like a continuous until they go in it and then they come out of it. And I put my clients in and out of that. But it's not the same as intense, like high level healing, which is what I was doing with the trigeminal and also what I was doing with the COVID, but mainly with the trigeminal nerve. Like I was just like, whoa. And someone blamed it was on menopause, we got pain hormones, are you just going to have to live with it? And I was just like, what? I said, you've given me drugs that don't work and I have to live with it. Do you know how many times I've been told I have to live with a medical issue? And I'm just like, no, that's not happening. I've overcome, like, I had Graves' disease and I've been in remission for, I don't know, 20, I reckon it's not 20 years, 15 years. And then after that, I got chronic fatigue and I was told I would have that for the rest of my life. And I cleared that, got rid of that, had it for 6 months, left, went away. And then I've done it many times. I did it to manifest a baby. I was told probably not going to happen. And then I did in a very different way. And then also just through different things. Now with the TAO though, like I have all different levels of healing, like not just the TAO. So I do other healing modalities and energy healings as well. So I do what the energy is calling, but TAO healing, I can't explain how not only has it changed me as a person, but it's changed and given me, like I have a spiritual practice with it. It's a lot deeper than I thought. But prior to me getting the trigeminal thing, I had lost a little faith in it. I'd lost a little faith in my own healing at some point, my healing myself. I'm not quite sure when and how, but it just came because things just weren't going the way I wanted them to, which is always the way when you're dealing with your destiny. It's to go this way. No, you're going this way. And anyway, back to the 21 days. I have been doing the 21 days. If you want to listen to the insights, it's all great. And then I got a ping to finally sign up for the retreat. It's a paid thing we have to do. and advanced retreat. And then in that, you'll get teaching. We get teachings, and it's really about deciding what's your next steps with TAO. And through that, we get to apply for the next level of TAO Hands. And so I'm celebrating today because not only was I doing the abundance activation every day, twice a day for 15 days, that I also then manifested to be part of the retreat, but I also manifested the result, which was I was approved today for my next level of Healing Hands. And this is for TAO, sorry, it's gone out of my mind, TAO forgiveness. So I want to say TAO Kuan Shu? And then my mind's, no. And I'm like, yes, it is. TAO Kuan Shu. It's TAO Da Kuan Shu, Healing Hands, approval. This in itself is a blessing. This in itself is, oh my God. So like celebrate with me if you listen to this, the 21-day abundance activation, like abundance. So when we talk about TAO, we're not talking just about like health, right? We are the 10 TAO, that's why it's TAO is love. And then there's forgiveness. And then there's, wealth, there's flourishing, there's light, like it goes up. It's service, like there's all different layers. But you can heal business, you can heal money, finances, you can heal relationships, you can heal true love relationships, you can heal or lack of, you can heal body, you can heal chi channels, you can heal and boost your energy, you can heal. I say heal, it's healings and blessings with health issues. We don't claim that we're going to do anything, as in, like, I was seeing my medical professionals as well. So we recommend you still do all your things that you would normally do. You still go to your doctors and you do all the things. However, this stuff helps. And in my case, like my versions of life, like I have had really amazing doctors. The doctor who helped me through chronic fatigue was a spiritual doctor as well. He was a general practitioner, but he didn't prescribe things like other doctors and things like that. He was out there, and I'm really grateful for the person who referred that doctor to me years and years ago. He's retired now, so sorry I can't pass him on. But even so, like me, like I began my healing journey as a masseuse a long time ago, and I always had heat. I always had healing hands. Like my hand, like everyone would be like, your hands are so hot, your hands are so hot. Everyone's, put your hands on me, you can heal this, you can heal that. So back in the day when I was like 19, I trained to be a masseuse, and that went where it went. And then when I came back from Scotland, I had my wisdom teeth out and I saw a Reiki practitioner, and I was like, oh, this is amazing. And so I did my Reiki. So I have been healing people with Reiki for years. And then obviously my own energetic committee, like I have my own soul healing committee that just happens to be with me because of my abilities. And so then when I was introduced to TAO, I was like, this is for me. A lot of the time I'm just like, I'll just do this, sign up for this, do this. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, this is life-changing, because I would just follow the pings. I don't know what I'm getting myself into until I'm in it. But yeah, I'm so excited. So day 15, and I've got approval for the next layer of TAO Healing Hands, which means, oh my God, if you're on my client list already, you're going to be receiving the next level as well, which is phenomenal. And I'm also opening up because it's getting, the layers are going up, and it's such, TAO Healing Hands at a really high level of healing. We're talking different dimensions of healing, of light, healing light coming through. We're healing transgenerational, we heal lifetimes of negative information that stops you from truly living in that abundance that you really want to live. And yeah, I'm launching today a new high level healing package, which gives you access to me for a month. We're going to have healings in. There'll be three high level healings. There's going to be TAO treasures that I'm going to add in. There's going to be a few other things that I'm going to put in to get you guys on a whole different level. So if you have something that's, I've tried everything, which is my whole life. Most people come to me, they've tried so many things and it hasn't worked. Like at the moment, like one of the things that happened, when I got COVID, was I got heartburn, like really bad reflux. I was like, oh my God, it happened last time as well. And I'm gluten-free, I'm everything free. So I've always had digestion things. And one of the things I'm healing at the moment is my gut health. And started a new product. And I thought it was the new product. It's a new probiotic, like it's juice. It's so good. Like I can't believe, like already I can tell the energy level of it is so good. But the health product is great, but I started to get the heartburn when I was taking it. I was like, oh my God, I can't stand this. Anyway, on the weekend at the retreat, we all got some TAO blessed water. And so in my drink bottle at the moment, I have this amazing, like every time you drink it, you're like, heal me. And since I've had the water, I haven't been feeling the reflux. I'm like, thank you. So yeah, this level of transformation that is now on the table when you come and work with me I'm so excited. So ask me, I'm going to do a special because it's the forgiveness special. It's the Kuan Shu, TAO Kuan Shu high healing special. As I said, you'll get access. You'll get monthly three really high level healings we're going to be doing. I'll do a consult with you. We'll do some soul channeling. You'll get soul communication with it. Like it's a whole thing. And I'm going to do it 50% off. So if you want to ask me about that, jump into my DMs. Excuse me, if you're listening to the energies, because I was talking about the reflux. It's exciting. I'm so excited. So that's where I'm at. That's day 15. An approval, celebrations in the house, and I'm feel blessed. And I feel so honored because I'm not the thing about TAO, and I love it so much, is I'm the conduit. Basically, I'm the channel for the healing. And we don't say I'm doing the healing, because we're not. The healing comes from the heavens. The healing comes from our soul teams. The healings come, and that's how I've always worked. The healing that comes through me, the coaching, the channeling, the whatever is coming through, the psychic gifts, the channeled information, the seeing comes from my team through me. And I am truly blessed to be chosen. Like, it is such an honor. And I can't wait to share it all more with you all. And I can see why I needed to activate, because my own work, which was the abundance activation, it had a small healing. It has a small healing in it, but it's, 30 minutes. So you're listening, it takes you through this process of this activation that's come from me and my It's Your Destiny journey. And so you can access it in It's Your Destiny monthly membership, but you can just get that for free with my insights for 21 days if you want to give it a go and see what happens for you. Try not to fall off the bandwagon. If you do, utilize the group, utilize the chat under the course, jump in there. If you want to access the high healing package, connect with me and I will get you sorted. So I look forward to chatting with you all again soon. Thank you for listening to Your Abundance Podcast. I think there was a blessing in the last one, actually. I hope that you receive something from this conversation and understand the levels of healing that we're talking about. And yeah, your soul will thank you. I'm going to tell you now. Because the whole point of life is for our soul to reach enlightenment, which can take billions of years. And we're here just to speed it up a little. Thank you, love you, and song, and I will see you and speak to you next episode. And that wraps up another soul-nourishing episode of Your Abundance Podcast. I hope our time together has left you feeling inspired, enlightened, and ready to embrace the abundance that life has to offer. If you found value in today's episode, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you never miss out on our future conversations. And hey, sharing is caring, so feel free to spread the abundance by sharing this podcast with your fellow seekers. And I can't wait to have our next conversation on Your Abundance Podcast. See you then.